Hi, my name is Ghazli, full name Ghazli Sulaiman, and I am also known as Civillain. That's CV with a villain inside it, as dumb as it sounds. I am coming to my 30, I'm turning 31 soon. So yeah, I work at a library, and been there for almost, I've been working at the library for almost 6 years. Actually, okay, interestingly enough, okay, last time I used to have a MySpace page. I call it Civillain, the proper spelling. And then me, Yanto and Jay were like talking through, maybe you just change it up a bit. So we thought of, putting some weird and interesting twist to it. In that sense, so a civilian, when you mix it up with villain, it becomes Civillain. Writing music, okay, the usual. So I was much into my late teens. I was very much into Nirvana. First, the main thing that really inspired me was watching a box set. It's called With the Lights Out by Nirvana. So I watched their DVDs. So they also had their B-side songs. So I was inspired by Kurt Cobain's B-sides on his acoustic. So that was inspired me to write songs. I guess it was the recent one that I wrote. I wouldn't say recent because it took me quite some time to write that one. It was called In This State, which is currently in the works. We already recorded the music part of it. It's just like with the vocals. The reason why I think it's the most I really sort of connect with it is because it's about losing a loved one and seeing them suffer, and then the struggle of the feeling of how you call this, struggling with coping with his suffering, with the person suffering, the loved one suffering. So it's called In This State. And then it was also in a way that what if that loved one had the chance to live on and live life, the rest of his life happily, just like any other soul out there. Challenges, okay. I'll be honest, I'm not the technical type. When I say technical, is in terms of my guitar skills. So you won't see me going up and down the scale of the guitar. But for me, I think the challenge is trying to make the music interesting, and then also the writing process, especially the lyrics. So sometimes it takes a very long time for me to write lyrics because I don't want it. When I hear it back, if I don't like it, I will tend to take a longer time to try to perfect in that way. In that sense, it's also a challenge because it makes me want to better my further improve my songwriting skills. So I think improving part of it is the music part of it is challenging because you want to make it interesting, and also the lyrical part of it also, because you don't want to. I just don't like it when I hear it and then it sounds maybe in that sense off. In that sense, not I cannot relate to the lyrics. If I as a listener, if I listen to my own song and cannot relate to it, then there's no point for me writing the song in the first place. Okay, in terms of financially, the music that whatever I do is mostly on my own. The guitars I bought was all based on my own income, as most musicians do. In terms of support I get is from people like Jay, Yanto, TGR, because he was the one who spurred my enthusiasm to write songs again, because he invited me to write for one of his songs, and I really appreciate what he did because he really believed in what I do. So that's why I think I get a lot of support from my friends, even my mom also. So sometimes, oddly enough, I sometimes get tips from my mom. I ask her if the songs I write are okay or not. My friends, Jay. I was also from a band called Anna. a long time ago. So I was inspired by my former band members, Jay and my drummer Hakim, who's now in suddenly I forgot his band's name, the indie band. He's now in an indie band, drummer in an indie band. So yeah, Bakers in Space. He's a drummer in Baker in Space. So I through jamming with them, I get that support, that inspiration. So yeah, that makes me try to make more new music. I think it's important. It is very important because I mean I don't know a lot about the music scene in Singapore, but I know enough. I know people that are hardworking enough, are talented enough to be on level with whatever is out there right now. Most difficult moment in my life was losing my dad. My dad was ill at some point in my life. I think it was during my national service time, towards the end of my national service year. So I think at that time, at the same time, I was in a band also. We were in the midst of recording. So a week before we started the recording process, my dad passed away. And before the time during he passed away, we had a lot of complications in my life. I had a lot of complications, so I had to think about work and then getting a job after NS, and then supporting my dad when he was sick, and my family, my mom especially, was in a very hard place. So I didn't know where to put myself in that situation, because it felt like it was very overwhelming for me. So I think that was one of the hardest times. And then so it really affected me at that point of time. So I think that was one of the darkest moments of my life. Oh, you can find my music currently is still in work in progress, but you can follow me at I am Civillain at Instagram. Hopefully there will be more avenues online for you to follow me on my updates on my music.